As occupational health and safety officers with the Ministry of Labour, our role is to enforce the Occupational Health and Safety Act and the regulations.
We set the standards, we write the legislation, we communicate it out to our stakeholders.
We ensure compliance with minimum wage, overtime, public holiday pay, hours of work provisions, ensuring there's a baseline, a minimum standard across the province.
We get our officers and inspectors out into workplaces to ensure workplaces are protecting the workers' rights and to take action where we find that they're not.
Just the sheer volume of the amount of claims and the work that we need to do really shows how the work we do is needed.
My colleagues are affected, my friends are affected, my family's affected. They need to be protected as well as the people in the public that need to be protected.
It's ensuring that workers do go home at the end of the day in as good a condition as they arrived. I don't think there's any of us that do not believe in that.
The Operations Division is making a significant impact in workplaces in Ontario because we're out in the field physically speaking with those individual businesses and business owners. We're informing them of the parameters of the Employment Standards Act. We're informing them of the rights and responsibilities they have as employers.
As a program assistant, we are the first person contact from contact center when they send out events. And these events can be complaints, there could be injuries involved, there could be work refusals, and there could be also reprisals. If there is a critical event, we have to get the hold of the inspector as soon as possible.
We have support from every level. You know, when I was inspector doing my work, if it wasn't for administrative stuff, I wouldn't be able to focus on what I'm doing. The role is important.
The part that I take the greatest pride in is our educational component. Students are what I would consider a vulnerable sector because they don't have a lot of awareness of what their rights are. We will go into high schools and inform them of what their rights are. We'll do joint presentations as well with both employment standards and health and safety.
The Peer Support Program is a program about colleagues helping colleagues. We have peer support people on the inspector level, so inspectors can contact other peers that are going through in some cases, the exact same concerns or issues or have had them before. And then we also have peer support managers. So when we are managing cases or we are assisting the inspectors in managing cases, that we have somebody that we can talk to when we are going through some tough times.
One word to describe would be dedicated. I've got a team of 18 inspectors and 3 administration staff, and certainly speaking to the inspectors, they all love their job. I've spoken to them before about where they want to be in the future, and pretty much every single one of them has said to me they want to retire as an inspector.
I love my job because of the autonomy that I have, the decision-making ability that I have, and that I'm making a difference every day.
You end up going to an accident, to an investigation, and you're standing there looking at the circumstances, whether or not the family members are there, and they have been on occasion. You know that what we're doing has value.
I was assigned a claim, and it was for termination and severance pay. When I spoke to her on the phone, I knew that she was a second language learner. She was very close to her own retirement age when she was terminated. She felt as though she would have a difficult time finding a new job. In the end, I did find in her favor. As officers, we have the option of mailing the check, or we could do personal service, and I decided to do personal service with her just because I knew she was very stressed about the situation. She was in a marginalized neighborhood, so receiving a check for nearly $25,000 made a lot to her. She had tears in her eyes, she thanked me, she felt that the process was very fair, and she really appreciated me coming to bring her that check.
I remember reading a job ad a number of years ago. It's a very short 2x2 job ad. You had to be able to tie shoelaces, do up buttons, do up zippers, help with personal hygiene. The bottom line of the ad was the fact that it was an injured worker, had lost both hands. Try and make a difference. Help stop the accidents. Help get people home at the end of the day.